And yeah, maybe you can take turns reading. And this is a lot of explanation given by His Grace Gopi Paradana Prabhu. So we will be, it would be generally, it is pretty much clear because the explanation is already given. So we can just take turns, read a paragraph or something. Then we may pause and then get it. Yes, please, somebody can start.
Hare Krishna.
Hare.
All glories above all to the gopis headed by Sri Radhika, who are famous as the Lord's dearmost devotees. No one can even begin to properly describe the charm of their supreme affection for Sri Hari. Because one can achieve the favor of the personality of Godhead only by pleasing his dear devotees, this verse describes the supreme excellence of the gopis of Vrindavana. Among them, Sri Radhika is the best, and therefore her name is mentioned first. The gopis should be offered special honor because although the Supreme Lord may sometimes lose interest in other devotees or become dissatisfied with them, he never becomes uninterested in the gopis. All pure devotees therefore acknowledge the supremacy of the gopis' pure devotion. The Lord himself tells the gopis, Na paraye ham nirva. Na paraye. Mataji, you go ahead and recite.
न पारयेऽहं निरवद्य संयुजाम् स्वसाधुकृत्यं विबुधाय शापिवाम् दुर्जरगेह शृङ्खलाः संवृश्य तद्वा प्रतियातु साधूनाम्.
Thank you, Mataji.
Please continue.
I am not able to repay my debt for your spotless service, even within a lifetime of Brahma. Your connection with me is beyond reproach. You have worshipped me, cutting off all domestic ties which are difficult to break. Therefore, please let your own glorious deeds be your compensation. Bhagavatam 10.32-22. The gopis are famous as the dearmost devotees of the Lord. The deep affection with which Sri Krishna cherishes them is generally considered so clearly self-evident that the supremacy of their devotion is beyond any need to prove. Still, in exuberant devotion for the gopis, Srila Sanatana Goswami mentions here that no one can describe even an atomic particle of the sweet, intimate love the gopis feel for the all-attractive Krishna. So wonderful is their reciprocation with him that Krishna himself does not have the words to describe it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. That's beautiful. So this was about dear devotees of the Lord and pleasing dear devotees of the Lord. Why? Because they have so much love for the Lord. So much love for the Lord. That's what has been explained. And yes, next one, please. And yeah, if there is anything, you may pause in between if any questions. Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, everyone. Realizing that the ecstasy of his beloved devotees is even sweeter than his own, out of greed, the Lord descended to this world in the form of his own devotee. Dressed as a renunciant, golden in effulgence, he bears the name Sri Krishna Chaitanya. All glories to that Lord Hari, who has appeared as the son of Mother Sachi. The doubt raised in the first two verses might again be raised here. How then can you describe this love? Anticipating this question, Srila Sanatana Goswami replies that Sri Chaitanya Dev is the only deliverer of the most fallen and wretched souls. As the supreme spiritual master, he has descended in his most attractive form to distribute the transcendental taste of Sankirtana, the congregational chanting of his own holy names. Srila Sanatana Goswami wants the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and therefore glorifies him in this verse. Greater than Lord Krishna's love for his devotees is the love his most intimate devotees feel for him. Having noted that exceptional sweetness, the Lord wants to taste it. His eagerness drives him to assume the form of his own devoted servant. He then descends to earth in the province of Gauda and city of Navadvipa as Sachi Devi's beloved son, Gaurasundar, the most beautiful golden form of Sri Krishna. Srila Sanatana Goswami uses the proximate pronoun Eshah, this, to indicate that Lord Chaitanya was present around the time this book was composed, and that the author thus had the privilege of Lord's personal association. Lord Chaitanya experiences what Krishna was unable to describe about the love of the gopis of Vrindavan, and furthermore reveals this experience to his followers. This marks Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the supreme appearance of God. The Lord has higher regard for his devotees than for himself, as he has said. Should anyone else continue, or is the end, Prabhu? Yeah. If
Please go
anyone
ahead.
else would like.
The Lord giving. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Nirupeksham munim shantam nirvairam samadarshanam anuvrajami aham nityam puyeyeti angri renubhihi. With the dust of my devotees' lotus feet, I desire to purify the material worlds, which are situated within me. With the dust of my devotees' lotus feet, I desire to purify the material worlds, which are situated within me. Thus I always follow in the footsteps of my pure devotees, who are peaceful, free from all personal desire, wrapped in thought of my pastimes, devoid of feelings of enmity, and of equal disposition everywhere. Bhagavatam 11.14.16. That the Lord thinks like this is vividly demonstrated by the avatar of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bhakta Rupena means in the form of his own devotee. But there is also a second, poetically disguised meaning when Lord Krishna descends from his eternal kingdom as Lord Chaitanya. One of the companions he brings is born as the son of Sri Kumara in an old Brahmin family of renowned spiritual masters from the southern province Karnataka. This is Sri Rupa Goswami, Bhakta Rupa, the brother of Srila Sanatana. In the more obvious literal sense, Bhakta Rupa means that Lord Chaitanya, taking the dress of a sannyasi, appears as a devotee of Krishna. In this role, as a renowned mendicant, Sri Sachinandana disseminates the methods of relishing devotion to himself. He demonstrates the transcendental chanting of Krishna's names and how to worship and offer prayers to Krishna. By these activities, the otherwise inaccessible secrets of Prem Bhakti have been released throughout the world for the benefit of those who live in the spiritually fallen modern age. Srila Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya has eloquently depicted Lord Chaitanya's merciful gift to the world.
Yeah. This point, the one that you have just read, otherwise inaccessible. Just because it is being given by Gaura, the way of relishment of bhakti is given by Gaura, which would be otherwise inaccessible. You know, the message that was posted this morning. There is no way to really relish the Krishna rasa without Gaura teaching us. So that's why if there is no Gaura, no Krishna. And this is why it is said like that. Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur also says, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, with both his achar and prachar, if we just follow the instructions of Gauranga, and then in the instructions, he's clearly showing us how to behave, how to think, how to do bhakti clearly, like ABCD ऐसे लिखना है. And that's why he's without Gaurang, Krishna Bhakti is not accessible. So that's why. And Gauranga Mahaprabhu, so when we hear from Chaitanya Charitamrita, when the words, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, when he utters the words like today and yesterday, the post from Chaitanya Bhagavata says how Gauranga Mahaprabhu has ordered Nityanandaram and the Haridas Thakura to go preach my glories, and the instruction was always think of Krishna. So those instructions, those words that come from Gauranga Mahaprabhu, if they are taken, when they are taken as our life and soul, that's when the Bhakti Rasa is more accessible and relishable through the following of the instructions that has come through Gauranga. They are very potent. They are very potent and can quickly bring us out of, Cheto Darpanamarjanam. Cheto Darpanamarjanam happens very quickly. And not only is he instructing Gauranga Mahaprabhu, like A, B, C, D, I say how to do. Not only he does that, very graciously, very mercifully, he implemented it. He did it himself and showed it. When we read through Chaitanya Charitamrita, his achar, his behavior, and his conversations, it clearly shows and really impacts us when we hear about the achar also of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So in this way, Cheto Darpanamarjanam happens so quickly and potently with the mercy of Gaura, which means following the instructions of Gaura and seeing his example and walking in the footprints of his achar also. Yeah. Yes, please. And yes, I think, yeah. Do you want to complete this paragraph, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. I'll do that. Kalanashtam bhakti yogam nijam yaha pradushkartum Krishna Chaitanya nama avirbhutastasya padarvinde gadham liyatam chitta bhrangaha. Let my consciousness, which is like a honeybee, take shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has just now appeared as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to teach the ancient system of devotional service rendered to himself. This system had almost been lost due to the influence of time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you. And maybe somebody else can read the translation for purpose.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Lord Shri Krishna has great affection for the holy land of all glories to goddess Mathura Devi, the best of holy cities. She enchants the mind. She is most dear to the enemy of Kamsa, and she is adorned with the Lord's birthplace. The city of Mathura is acclaimed throughout the world for dispelling misery and bestowing liberation and devotion, not to mention the various pastimes the Lord has played there. Lord Sri Krishna has great affection for the holy land of Mathura because it is adorned with the sites of many of his favorite eternal pastimes. Mathura district is therefore the one place in the material universe where the perfection of all human endeavor, pure love of God, can be easily obtained. To gain the favor of Sri Mathura Devi, the author praises her in this verse. Devi means a ruling goddess or one who is perpetually effulgent, because Mathura has the supreme Lord Krishna always present within her borders. She is untouched by fear from time and other causes of destruction. Thus, she is the. Want to say something, Mataji?
Please.
Okay, thus, she is the best of the 7 principal holy cities: Kasi, Kanchi, Avanti, Mathura, Ayodhya, Mayapuri, Haridwara, and Dwarka, which can each award liberation. As we learn from the authority of the Skanda Purana, Kashi Kanda 6.68, certainly she is better than all the other cities throughout the universe, belonging to humans, demigods, and even the incarnations of God. Sri Mathura is supremely attractive, and she pleases the mind of anyone who comes in contact with her, for she fulfills all categories of desires. In this regard, the Skanda Purana, Vaishnava Kanda 5.17.52 states, Trivargada Kaminamya Mumuksunam cha mokshada Bhakti chor bhaktida kastam Maturam Nashrayad Buddhaha. To those who have material desires, Mathura gives the 3 aims of human work: religiosity, economic development, and sense gratification. To those who want liberation, Mathura grants liberation. And to those rare souls who want pure devotion, Mathura gives pure devotion. What intelligent person, therefore, would not take shelter of Mathura? For these reasons, Mathura is very dear to Sri Krishna, the enemy of the wicked king Kamsa. She indeed has received Krishna's special favor. After Krishna killed Kamsa, the residents of Mathura hardly ever suffered fear or distress. Krishna's greatest favor to Mathura, however, is that he takes birth and resides within her presence. Mathura Bhagavan Yatra Nityam Sannihito Harihi. Lord Hari is eternally present in Mathura. Bhagavatam 10.1.28, adorned with the Supreme Lord's birthplace and residence, Mathura dispels all misfortune and bestows both liberation and pure devotion. For this, she is glorified throughout the world. But the glory Mathura district gains when Lord Krishna exhibits his Rasalila and other intimate pastimes is beyond anyone's power to describe.
Thank you. I think we'll pause here. Prabhu, can we? Yeah, that's 33, right? We will continue from 33 next time. Yeah, we'll pause here, dear devotees. Very nice hearing. Wherever there is Gaura, there will be Krishna Katha. That's the beauty. In Gaura Katha, we get to be with Gaura and Krishna Katha because Gaura is always hearing Krishna Katha. This is very wonderful. Yeah, Gaura Katha, Krishna Katha. The whole point is yam yam vapismaran bhavan tyajate ante kalevaram. To be absorbed in the katha. To be in the katha throughout the day as much as possible. So this is very wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Anything, dear devotees, before we disperse? We can pause the recording, right?